Welcome everyone. We're just getting on this evening for our founder happy hour, and I'll be letting in some of the founders who've RSVP'd for today. Hope everybody had a great weekend. As you enter in, definitely share where you're from. We have founders all over the world who are tuning in, so let us know where you are tuning in from tonight. Awesome. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to hop on here. Couple more minutes. I see we've got some replies. People are just getting switched over. As you know, with Zoom, sometimes your day goes back to back, and we always allow for a few minutes in the beginning just for people to come on, share. Feel free to share your LinkedIn if you'd like to connect with any other founders here, or follow them through the Run the World app so that you can stay in touch even after the event. One of the big things that came out in our first poll between founders was a really, really great insight to majority of the people, founders that we polled, would refer a fellow founder to an investor. And that's where majority of the warm intros that converted into an actual investment came from. So the source of a founder recommending another fellow founder to an investor on their existing cap table is a huge, I feel, untapped resource that all of us have access to. And now that we're seeing that those are the highest converted introductions from fellow founders to their existing investors, that word of mouth is definitely become a hot new category and place for fundraising. So be sure that you are networking, you are finding those alliances. Obviously, be careful if a fellow founder is a competitor. That's something you always have to be aware of. But when you find those alliances of people in the startup ecosystem that work well with your products, maybe you share customers, maybe complementary products, these are definitely a great resource for warm introductions. As you work with them, you get to know them. Perhaps you do a marketing campaign together or some strategic partnerships. The deeper relationships you have with fellow founders, you both can grow together. And that trust forms, those bonds form, not only helping your business today, but leading to really great warm intros of their most trusted advisors as well as investors. So make sure that you are unlocking that founder superpower as you fundraise. Hopefully that's a fun new piece of update information from our first poll that went out. The first poll really focused on the amount of time that it takes to fundraise, as well as the runways and how founders have been truly feeling or affected post-COVID by the traditional way of fundraising and now adapting online remotely. So we have some really great things we're going to be sharing throughout the hour, but we're going to give everybody a little more time to hop on and get into the room so we can get more input. while we're waiting for everybody to enter in, feel free to, if you just came into the room, to put your LinkedIn link to the right so it's easy to connect even offline, or you can do it through the Run the World app. We definitely want to foster as many connections. This is a free event and something that we like to do where you can really help each other and be around a group of aligned founders who believe in a cooperative startup ecosystem. We don't believe it's a winner takes all, and we are working very hard to make sure we create an ecosystem that reflects that. So one of the ways that we can do that right now is by sharing each other's contacts and setting up new relationships with fellow founders. It's already April, so of course, last month we had so many people involved in our Real Raise campaign, and we want to thank everybody. The videos that came through were just beyond our expectations. They really were founders that some of whom were not in SheTransacts previously, but then they became familiarized with what we were doing and what we're all about, and creating this cooperative movement of being honest and transparent about what it's really like to fundraise as a female founder. So we were thrilled to see the authenticity of the videos. We're even more thrilled that everyone was able to share some tips. So even if they had a difficult time or challenge, they were able to share what it was really like and then how they were able to find their way around that obstacle to succeed. So again, paying it forward, if you have a Real Raise story and you'd like to share that with us, you can go to our website at SheTransacts.com and you can view those Real Raise stories. And as you click on any of the YouTube videos, there is a link there for submitting your own. And the goal here, again, is that it's free. We can help each other and pay it forward so that we can all share our tips and advice as we go and never feel alone in the process. All right. So we want to ask everybody here this evening, what stage of the fundraising process are you in? That could be idea, bootstrap, pre-seed, seed, or Series A and beyond. We'd love to know. Drop into the chat on the side so we could see a variety of stages that we're all in. A lot of people wonder why do we need to know the stage? Well, there is obviously a huge difference in terms of what you are working on internally within your own company while you're fundraising. And so it's a different set of tasks that you're probably trying to accomplish side by side with your fundraise. So we like to just have more of an idea of what stage you're at. And great. So we've got a lot of different stages here. One of the most important elements we like to share with everybody is the due diligence, unique due diligence that we have here at SheTransacts. It's our own proprietary due diligence process, and it helps you not only prepare and refine your pitch and getting ready for a fundraise, but it also helps you close and find matches within our ecosystem with investors who are looking for investments like you. So it's a very unique way. We feel if you can get that due diligence up front and then have good housekeeping and keep it up to date, then you are definitely demonstrating to investors one of the many important traits that they like to see, which is, of course, accountability, that you really understand the entire process, and that you're thinking ahead. So we can help spot any blind spots that you may have in your existing business plan, and our team of advisors at SheTransacts can help you through that. Yeah, having the due diligence first is going to save you a lot of time so that once you get to that yes, you can hand them a due diligence narrative or go through the platform, of course, and be able to find your ideal investor and close that investor faster. Saving time is definitely money. If you could get a check today, that is definitely ideal because every day you have more expenses for your business. You have more costs that you're incurring. So you have to account for that time and for the costs of keeping the lights on and all of your operations up as you're fundraising. So you're paying for your existing business as well as needing your runway that the investment will provide you to actually grow. So definitely we are very conscious here at SheTransacts, and will help everyone calculate really what they need to be raising and in what time frame, so that they don't end up in a situation which we like to refer to as zombie money. Have you guys heard the term zombie money before? Okay, so zombie money is that money that you are just taking in to get by. You're not really ever moving ahead. You're just barely covering the bills, the overhead. And so every dollar that you're bringing in, whether it's customer money or it is investment, definitely scarier if it's investment, and you're not really functioning as a company yet. You're just barely covering expenses. So you want to really be mindful of all your costs. And a lot of the reasons that people feel like, oh, I've raised all this money, but I don't have anything left, or I don't have enough for what I told investors that I would be able to accomplish with this money, is because of zombie money. There were a lot of costs, often time that's not being calculated, manpower that's not being calculated. So we can help you through due diligence identify those things so that you are not running or end up in that situation of running on zombie money. So kind of like a zombie. They're alive, but not really. They're wandering around, but they're not actually moving forward and growing. All right. So feel free, as you guys are connecting on the side, we will open it up to happy hour a little bit earlier this month actually, so that everybody has time to meet each other one-on-one. This is something that we really want to give you the opportunity to connect and really foster new relationships each month. But until then, until we break apart, are there any questions that you guys have about SheTransacts and our process and how it works here? Okay. Looks like some questions coming in. Can I also be raising on my own with outside angels as well as crowdfunding? Yes. So if you think of SheTransacts as something you do in addition or as a side by side with your existing raise, with any other fundraise tools or vehicles that you are raising on, you will want to have your due diligence done and keep that up to date, not only for your existing investors, for upcoming investors, and to help your raise be more efficient. Like I said, it's not just about the due diligence. It's not just about finding investors and matches. It's really the ongoing support that you're going to need to make sure that you are not missing those blind spots. We have a full support system and an app that allows you to do that from anywhere. Yeah, so a question about fees. How SheTransacts, how do we make money? Well, we're designed to really only make money when you make money, and we actually successfully helped you connect with investors. So we have, in the first round that you raise, 10% success fee. That is cash, that is not equity. The equity that we share in your company, or we earn in your company when those matches are made, is 2%. And that's 2% advisory equity. That is our system and due diligence vouching for the due diligence that you filled out through the platform, offering ongoing support, questions, helping you identify all the risk mitigation that the investors are trusting through the platform that they are going to have with their investment, is going to come from the 2% advisor equity. Yes, you can claw back a percentage of that equity. So what that means is we want to foster a community of paying it forward, helping the next founder. This is to make it a better ecosystem for all of us and a more collaborative ecosystem. So after you go through your raise process, you can go back, or along with continuing your next round, you're going to go right into your next round, but you can become an advisor to another new circle of founders. When you are an advisor for a circle of founders for due diligence period, you are able to claw back up to another 1%. So you can reduce that equity in your early stage company from 2% down to 1% just by paying it forward. We're not here to try to, take all this equity. In fact, we're here to preserve it for you. So that's why we structured that we only get paid when you get paid successfully from the matches in our system, and us working together as a team with you to make sure you're investable. Yes, this is a lot less than most platforms. A lot of the other platforms out on the market do take a higher equity or have a lot of hidden fees that come out later. Additional costs of marketing, if you're doing a crowdfunding campaign, can cost upward of $20,000 to $50,000 for every $100,000 you're trying to raise. So yes, that is correct. We do not charge additionally. Our fees are very upfront, and you just pay $100 a month to make sure that you're able to be on the platform and use the app and keep your due diligence up to date. Yes, that's a $100 flat rate for all founders on the platform. Yeah, no hidden fees there. Everything's simple, upfront, and we only get paid if you get paid. So if you close your round or don't need to raise the entire round on SheTransacts, is that possible or okay? Yes, you can raise multiple places. You basically can raise whatever is left in your round on SheTransacts if you're in the middle of one right now. That's totally up to you when your round starts and ends, and we understand a lot of founders are coming on in the middle of their raises. Yes, it is a rolling close, so you can roll right into the next round if you want, or accept money throughout the process. Just to clarify for anybody who is not familiar with the term rolling close, some platforms, basically, if you don't reach a certain amount of raise, you're not able to access the funds. They hold on to those or kind of freeze that. We do not. It's rolling, so it's all real time. Yes, the circles. So the circles are something really unique to SheTransacts. As you come on the platform and you get to know our system, I have some demos I'm happy to send out, or you can find on YouTube of our amazing new platform, and Iggy, which is our AI. Iggy identifies as they, them, and basically every day you're going to answer 2 to 3 questions. Sometimes it's 5. It just depends on the day and what you're working on at your company. And based on those answers, in the early stages, it's going to be asking a lot about you, your company, some really basic things, so that we can identify what stage you're in and what your goals are of your company. At that point, we can match you. It will ask if you'd like to be matched with a circle, and then you can access a circle of ongoing support. So what that means is we find other founders in the ecosystem that are at the same stage or approximately going through the same part of due diligence that you're going through in a different industry and who are not competitors to yours. So we match you then with 5 founders in one circle, and you will be able to have that circle in a private, safe zone where you guys will be able to go through the due diligence and work on it, have peer-to-peer feedback. You can practice pitches. It'll guide you through the entire process through the app. And you could do that with each other in a safe zone. You don't have to worry about public Slack discussion boards and things like that. This is totally safe. So you will have your NDAs that will allow you to feel secure discussing your company details with fellow founders. It's one of the reasons why the system has to match you, so that we know it's a safe zone for every founder in the circle. So as you go through the due diligence, that's a great question. Besides answering questions, how does this work? Every week, every day, you're going to have different tasks, and you're going to have different questions that you need to answer for your due diligence. And you're also going to have different resources that are going to be matched for you across the ecosystem. So your individual roadmap will be unique to anyone else in your circle. So it's very tailored and personalized to you and what you're working on and what you need to do. So the app is designed to allow you to have that really unique, personalized roadmap and ongoing support. But you also have a circle who's going through the same due diligence together. So you're never alone going through the fundraising portion, but as you're working on your companies and the details that go into your due diligence, as you refine and continue to input your OKRs, your KPIs, all those things, they will be very specific and tailored to you. Great. Well, we have about 5 more minutes before we break out into the rooms. So if there are any other last minute questions about SheTransacts and platform, costs, anything like that, let us know in the comments. Great. Awesome. I'm glad that this is good information for you guys and seeing this as an additional tool to help you with the fundraise or even prepare for your fundraise. Yes, so the due diligence is performed for the various investors on the platform as well. So as we make introductions, these investors are also being vetted. And so we know that they are accredited and or fit your parameters for whatever they may be for the raise. So that is something we make sure when we are matching in the system. It's not just random people who signed up on a list. Yeah. Oh, I see why. Yeah, a lot of people were saying from the pitch events, a lot of people show up who are not actually investors. They're claiming to be, or they're trying to sell them products. So we do verify and make sure that they are vetted. Yes, we do connect. If you are working on a project, there are allies in our ecosystem, which are experts who provide services to founders that perhaps are beneficial to what you're working on or something that Iggy has identified in the system that you need to work on. So you will have recommended resources. Now, they are not sales or being sold to you. They will show up as a recommended resource that is matched for you, and then you can decide if you want to reach out. So you're not going to worry about like LinkedIn where you get all these ads and people trying to sell you things in chat. Yes. Well, this is super exciting, you guys. It's great to see a few new faces in here this month and continue to network with each other one-on-one. And we look forward to hearing about more of your successes. If you are not signed up yet, definitely sign up through our website so that you can get access to our weekly newsletter. It goes out to all founders to help share our wins and successes as well as opportunities. So we want to make sure that you're able to access that and always have the most up-to-date information on what's going on in all of our events. All that is free, and as you are preparing to do your due diligence or fundraise or looking for additional ways to reach the right investors, the smart money on your cap table, definitely we look forward to seeing you on the platform. And you can start by going through the website and purchasing a founder card and doing a due diligence founder card. That'll give you the 3 months of membership to go through the due diligence early process, which is the bare minimum that's needed so that the system can start making matches. And then you can decide monthly if you, of course, like to do $100 a month. You can pay monthly as a founder. You do not have to pay for the whole year up front as a founder. So I definitely recommend, yes, if you are doing due diligence, go to the website and check out a founder card. If you just want to try it out, see some of the features, get a feel for it, could be connected with some great resources, develop an idea, or work on a problem that you're having right now, you can try it out for a month, which is our Dreamer card. That is not going to get you through the full due diligence, but it will give you a great experience and really have huge value to whether it's developing an idea, solving a problem, connecting with the advisors. And you can do that for just $100 and try it out for a month. Yes. So we do, if for some of you who've already checked out, we do have an option that it can be a gift card. So if you have an investor or a family or a friend who might want to buy this for you, we understand as an early stage founder or even various stages, you may not have extra funds to purchase this, or somebody wants to give you a gift to help. That family and friend can do so by purchasing this card, whether it's a founder card or a dreamer card for you. And they can input your email and we'll get you going in the system that way as well. Great. Well, we are just about wrapping up for tonight. I'm so glad that you're able to join on, and we will definitely share this recording. So hopefully other founders who maybe were not able to attend but who RSVP'd will be able to check out our broadcast this evening. So enjoy each other this evening. Have a great month. Happy fundraising, and let's expand those founder to founder connections. We'll see you over at the one-on-one happy hour.